Hey guys, my name is Scoby and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at and unboxing the MSI MPG X570 Gaming Edge Wi-Fi motherboard. That is a mouthful of a motherboard, but this is the new X570 motherboard from MSI. So this is going to be supporting for the 3000 Ryzen series out of box, but it's also going to support Ryzen 2000 series. However, it will not support Ryzen 1000 series as the X570 chipset does not support Ryzen 1. So keep this in mind. I believe the X370 does support 3rd gen with the BIOS updates, but not the other way around. So keep this in mind. I can't imagine a lot of people will be buying 1st gen Ryzen and X570 boards, but it's still something to keep in mind. So this motherboard I managed to pick up for around €200 as it had the features I needed. It has Wi-Fi built in, of course, according to the name itself, and it also has Bluetooth, which is an interesting feature that I find really useful. So if we fully decide to open up the box here, we first get the motherboard, of course, wrapped inside of its plastic. Underneath this, then we get some more information and manuals. The first thing we get is the AMD motherboard's drivers and utilities. We get some manual stickers and promo materials for MSI. We get this MSI True Gaming Dragon sticker for the front of your PC case. Of course optional, but it will give you extra performance, as we all know, with stickers and other decals. We also get 2 different M.2 screws that we can use to connect up our M.2 drives. There is actually 2 M.2 drives on this motherboard again, which is real nice to have in my case. And then we get some sticker labels, which is a nice to have. It's not something I plan to use particularly because I normally know what my cables are depending on where they're going. But if you're running a lot of different SATA cables or different kind of peripheral drives, this will be really useful so you can know exactly what it is really easily. In my case, I'm only running an M.2 drive and 1 HDD, so I don't really need this, but for other people this may be really useful. And then of course we get some miscellaneous cables and headers, and of course then some antennas for your Wi-Fi. By default you don't actually need this on your computer, it will work without it. However, this will give you more range and better speed, so if you're planning to use Wi-Fi as your primary source, it is recommended to install these antennas on the back of your motherboard. So taking a further look at the motherboard, I think style wise it's actually really nice. It's got this nice grey dashed line effect. It's got a lot of simple black colors along with some like reflective plastic. It's an overall really nice build. One nice thing about this motherboard also is the IO shield is actually built into this, so you don't have to worry about forgetting it in this case. It works really well, and it is quite a nice looking IO shield. Not that that's really important, it is at the back of your case, but you do have a nice port selection here. So starting from top to bottom, we have a PS2 port, 2 USB 3s, one of these being a BIOS reset USB. Then we have the 2 Wi-Fi antennas that you're going to have to install if you plan to use your Wi-Fi board like this. We have 2 more USB 3s along with a HDMI cable. Below this then we have a super speed USB-C and another USB 3.0. These are both high powered ports. And then below this we have 2 more USB 3s, an Ethernet, a selection of audio in and out ports, and then an optical out port. This does actually have some mystic lighting on the board, so it is on the top right on the back of the Mobo. It will actually have some nice glowing light. For me it's not a huge deal, but it is completely customizable, so you can make it to match your board. And if you're going to be getting a 3700X like me, you will have the new AMD Wraith Prism cooler, so you can match these 2 colors together to make them match up, which is a nice little touch. And overall it is a nice Mobo. It does actually have a fan on it also. Most of the new X570 boards will actually have this fan built in, so you can see this fan on top of the motherboard here. As you can see, I can take this nice peel gen off it. Overall, I haven't seen the fan kick in too much, but I think for the 16 core processors this will be more needed. So that means your M.2 drives will get very fast read and write speeds on this, but also we have PCIe Gen 4, which means your graphics cards will also have a higher bandwidth capability. Although from what I can see and from all the different tests, it does not make a huge difference to gaming. However, for some professional workloads this might be a nice feature, and if you're going to be getting an X570 board, it's just a nice to have, and in my case that's exactly what it is for me. I will mention the Lightning Gen 4 M.2 is actually covered under a heatsink. I don't think I have any shots of that sadly in the video, but I will point out on the screen where it is right now. You do actually have to take off 2 screws to install the M.2 underneath this. This also doubles up and acts like a heatsink, which is a nice touch. Anyway guys, that's been an unboxing and first look at the MSI MPG X570 Gaming Edge Wi-Fi motherboard. Again, still a mouthful. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to drop a like. Subscribe if you're new. Check out the other videos on the channel. I'm going to be leaving a link down below to my PayPal if you found these videos helpful and you want to support me. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, as always, keep it saucy. Peace.